Okay, so I just want to check that I'm recording. I think I am. I wonder. I think the levels are okay. It's all a little bit weird, of course, because
Of course. Yeah, because you're in a new setup.
I'm in a new setup.
Mm.
I'm just going to make sure I'm not monitoring my own audio. 'Cause that's okay. How are we doing now?
Good. I mean, I can still hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. That's a good start, isn't it?
For a conversation, it's high up there.
I think it's actually, I don't think it's a low bar, really.
To be able to hear one another.
Yes, exactly. Can you really hear me, though, Lee Miller?
Oh,
Are you really listening?
I mean, I have other things on my mind at the same time as talking to you. I mean, I'm not like fully focused.
Oh.
I mean, only because I'm thinking, oh, I should have put some lip salve on. It's pretty... Yeah. Just thinking about my lips.
Dry smackers, do you?
It's not so much that they're dry, it's more that they've been very, very well used today. That sounds like I've been kissing. I haven't. I've been eating and licking my lips an awful lot.
You've been... because you're not in England either.
No, we're both abroad, as you would say.
Both abroad. It's nice to hear your voice, and I might be a little echoey because, still this is... It's not very heavily furnished.
And you've got... remind me, how high are your ceilings? 3 meters?
1, 2... I think they're like 3.5 meters.
3.5? Wow.
1, 2... Yeah, I reckon 3.5.
Oh,
maybe
gosh,
even more.
Seriously?
Could be 4.
4? That feels improbable.
Yeah, you're right. I think it's between 3 and 4 meters.
Yeah, I would comfortably say that I have got a 3-meter ceiling right now.
And that's much higher than...
much higher than Totnes.
Yeah.
Is it? Well, no, my front room has got a 3-meter ceiling, but that's because it's a weird... It doesn't really matter. People don't care about our ceilings at all, Simon.
This is a podcast in which two friends talk about the pleasures, absurdities, and imperfections of being human. I'm Simon Ellis.
And I'm Lee Miller. Welcome to Midlifing.
I wanted to... does that mean you've got nothing to talk about?
Oh, okay. No, I have something in the pipes, but I'm really happy to cede territory to you. What do you mean again? I think I kicked off last time, you cheeky sod.
I do. I was being both a sod and cheeky. I realised something the other day, this is not what I want to talk about, but I realised something the other day, Lee Miller.
Great place to start. I'm going to talk about the thing I don't want to talk about.
Yeah. Just so we don't get stuck here on this.
Okay.
But just as a little, I don't know,
aperitivo.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. An aperitivo. Actually, Lil made a funny comment the other day to this is not what I'm going to talk about either, but an Italian student who's learning English who was saying, "Oh, what do you call it? Aperitivo." Let's go for aperitivo. And Lil goes, well, in England, we focus on the drink. Let's go for a drink. Not, some kind of civilized snacking with a little drink on the side. No, just...
Let's go for a drink.
Yeah, exactly.
Fancy a pint.
Fancy a pint. Those are words I never thought I'd hear you utter. Oh my! Well, goodness.
I'm more thinking about what you would say. Do you fancy a cheeky half? Actually, it would be a cheeky pint, wouldn't it? Nobody has a cheeky half anymore.
No, I suspect not. I suspect not. And now I can't remember the other thing I was going to talk about.
You can. Go on. Reach for it.
I realised the other day, Lee Miller, that there's something about the fact that you and I have recorded conversations every week, and that they're different from if you and I were just having conversations every week. And I realised that I think I feel like I can say things to you that I wouldn't if we were not recording these conversations. It gives me a little bit of license or confidence to... Yeah, don't you think that's interesting?
It is very interesting, and I'm curious. Is it the fact that it's being recorded that gives you the license, or the fact that we have committed to a weekly practice, which we wouldn't do if we were if we were friends? I was going to say, but I meant if we were just in regular call. Well, first of all, we wouldn't talk to each other each week. Let's be very honest.
It would be much more haphazard, wouldn't it?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. I have a feeling, it's my hunch, that it is about the fact that they're being recorded and that they serve another purpose. That is something that other people are going to listen to. And I found that interesting. I found that interesting in terms of intimacy, in terms of what it might say about me, This is not the thing I wanted to talk about, but it might. Yeah.
It's very interesting. Did it make you? Did you come to any conclusions about what it does for intimacy? That idea of being listened into. There's a kind of like audio voyeurism happening. What would audio voyeurism be? Audioism? No, that doesn't make sense. Eavesdropping. There we go. There's actually a word for it. I don't know why I was struggling. It exists.
Eavesdropping. Yes,
I don't need to neologize or portmanteau when there is actually a word. Eavesdropping.
I mean, I think you should neologize the shit out of it if you can, Lee Miller. After all, you are an academic, and that's what academics do. They make up words.
Make up words.
And say, isn't this important? That's got to justify my outrageous salary.
I know. Trying to explain the joke of hauntology in English to English speakers and explaining the relationship between ontology and ontology in French, because they sound the same but they're spelt differently. But then, oh my God, it was the most torturous thing.
Hang on, where were you?
I was talking about that. I was in a class with people. Just to be clear, I wasn't just doing this in like polite conversation.
At a bar.
We were in a party.
Have I talked to you about hauntology and the fact that...
Let me tell you about a really funny joke that Derrida made.
Yeah. Oh. It's funny, I've only just realised that hauntology is a play on the word ontology.
It's because you don't say it in French. You have to say ontology. And then ontology. And then it's like, oh, funny joke. Whereas otherwise it's like ontology and hauntology, two totally separate words. There's no joke.
The two words just collapse into each other, don't they? Exactly. I don't understand. There's no pun here.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I didn't come to any conclusions except to say that I think everyone should record their conversations and have them publicised in order to strengthen their capacity to talk about things that are difficult to talk about.
Because you can play it back and go, oh shit, did I say that? So, Simon Kennedy Ellis.
Yeah.
Is that a full stop? Or is that a segue into a difficult conversation that you want to launch?
No, it's a full stop. I think I'm going to leave that there, and I want to talk to you. This is my theme for the week, Lee Miller.
Got you.
So you can cut all that. You can cut all that shiz out.
Oh, who knows? I might leave it in.
Do as you please.
Okay.
I read something. Do you know what chatfishing is?
No, I do not know what chatfishing is, and I couldn't even begin to hazard a guess.
So chat's got to give you some...
I'm guessing it's to do with a large language model.
Yes.
Okay.
And so here is the headline. I realised I'd been chat GPT'd into bed. How chatfishing made finding love on dating apps even weirder. Should I tell you more?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you think you need to know more?
I can hazard a wild guess.
Go on, just for funsies.
Okay, so I assume that this is not the same as catfishing, although this is a development of the word catfishing.
And what does catfishing mean? Just remind me.
So catfishing is where somebody purports to be somebody else online.
There you go.
So there was a I think it might have been it was definitely a film, and then it became a TV show called Catfish. And I don't know where the original word comes from. I'm sure there is a sensible root to it. But catfishing is the purporting to be somebody online who you are not, usually by utilising somebody else's images, usually images of somebody attractive, and then you lure and seduce through your witty repartee, along with some very beautiful pictures of people, until eventually you meet that person and they are appropriately catfished and then usually disappointed.
So it's not a phishing scheme where you try and get some money out of them. So I've definitely had a friend who went through an entire kind of online relationship and photos, etc. And eventually this person asked for money.
Oh my Lord!
Yep, and my friend was fully in, right?
No.
Yeah, fully in. Was absolutely, just lonely, really wanting to be in a relationship, and it was just perfect. And then at that point, I went, "Whoa, hang on!" And that was the point at which it must be an interesting moment for the other person on the other side. Because it's like a serious line to cross. Have I done enough work in order to be able to get an airfare or whatever it is out of this person?
Wow, so I just had never really clocked that there might be a monetary dimension to a catfishing process.
Well, I don't know if it's still catfishing.
No,
but
I think
maybe
you're probably right. No, I suspect it is. Oh, that makes me feel super sad.
Yeah,
because I think
this is old. This is a long time ago. It's well before the craziness of crazies, of all the craziness that's crazy now,
on the internet.
The crazy, yeah.
I think the reason that makes me super sad is because I find catfishing a little bit sad on both sides, because in my imagining it's a person who's looking for love reaching out to a person who's looking for love, and both of them want the same things,
but both of them aren't going to get there.
Yeah, exactly. But they're kind of working from an uneven playing field. But the idea that somebody might be utilizing somebody's need for connection as a ruse to get money makes me feel more than a touch icky and sad.
It's funny that I brought up chatfishing, and of course I hadn't clocked that it had a pre-digital, not a pre-digital, but a digital version, a pre-large language model version, which is just as you've described. So yes, chatfishing.
Chatfishing, what does it entail? I'm guessing it's not just getting a large language model to write some saucy texts for you, although I really love the idea of getting a large language model to do my sexting.
No, it's not about sexting. It's about saying the right things to this person.
To get money? Not
to get money, but to build a relationship with them. And then, so the story, I can send you the article after we've finished, or I can put it in the show notes, as if I put anything in the show notes like that in the last 2 years, but I could. And which is that, just people are deeply engaged and loving and the sense of humor, and then they finally meet, and the person's like, just doesn't have the same
capacity,
linguistic. They haven't read the entire internet in order to determine what's best to hear for this person. I know. And then this, so this particular headline is about someone who's actually ended up sleeping with the person that they'd been chat-fished into bed. And my guess, Lee Miller, in all online meeting and dating before they meet in real life, that both parties will be doing this. I think it's probably massively common already.
So it's just Cyrano de Bergerac, isn't it?
It's just Cyrano de Bergerac. Or, as I like to think of it, Roxanne.
Daryl Hannah and Steve Martin. Oh, and what's the name of that lovely man who played the thick, handsome guy? Oh, gosh. He was in so many lovely things in the 80s. Oh, see show notes. Or use chat. No, don't. Well, go ahead. Use ChatGPT. I was trying to say use IMDb because that's some other letters.
So yeah, I don't remember who the third person was in the Cyrano de Bergerac.
Oh, sorry,
But yes,
Cyrano.
I don't know.
No, I think you're right. Cyrano. I said Serrano.
I like Cyrano.
Like a
Anyway,
ham.
you say Cyrano, I say Cyrano. Let's call the whole thing off. So I think you're right that it's. Well, no, I think I'm right. I guess.
What are you right about again, Simon? Tell me. Tell us all.
Well, it's a very long list, Lee Miller. Let me just hang on. Let me just get it. Shall I start at the top or shall I start at the bottom and work my way up?
Start in the middle. Be a devil.
But then I won't know which direction to go. I could just keep going until it's like I come back round.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking about just how common that must be, and all that really is that the point of this is to go, holy shit, dating.
Are you having that moment where you remind yourself how lucky you are?
Can you fucking imagine? Can you seriously imagine how difficult that must be? I really, really feel for all of them, all of these human beings.
Well, first of all, I think if I were to be quote unquote back on the market, which is just such a horrific image.
I'm sure we have lots of listeners going, maybe.
If I were to be back on the market, all I can say is damaged goods wouldn't touch it. Can you imagine somebody trying to live up to Bob Worley? And not because she's perfect, although readers, she is.
Readers?
I was imagining I was in Bridgerton. I was more about to go on the ton. I was thinking I've just wrapped up a copy of the first Bridgerton novel for my mum for Christmas. It's a good job my mum doesn't listen because, I'm hoping that it's dirtier than the TV show because she was very disappointed.
Do you think it's better than the TV show? And do you think it
my
could
mum's
be
gonna tell
dirtier?
me. I'm hoping so because she did say, it wasn't as sexy as everybody cracked on, was it?
Wait, hang on. There's been two seasons?
I think there's been like 4, Simon.
No fucking way.
Yeah, let me think about it. There's The Duke and I, which is the first one. Then there's Jonathan Bailey, who's in Wicked, and he was a story. Then maybe it's 3.
I think there's 3 because the third one is the woman who's the actual
yes,
who does the writing.
Who does the
her.
Julie Andrews, but not Julie Andrews.
Yeah, well done. Okay.
No, just imagining me coming on the market, and it's like how would I would know? God, people would be. Oh, it'd be horrible for anybody who was trying to date me.
I mean, you'd have to expect that something had gone wrong in order for you to be back on the market. And so the idea that, I mean, yes, you'd be damaged goods, so to speak, but you might not hold Bob in such high esteem given something went wrong.
So interesting. I immediately assumed that she's died.
Ah.
Yeah.
Holy
also,
shit.
I know.
I hadn't my goodness. So wait. Yeah, you'd be fucked, wouldn't you?
I'd be so fucked because
and so
I can't.
Would they.
Oh, totally. I mean, I think I would be kind of reduced. I don't know what I'd be reduced to. It would be like, I think if we would be lucky if I got past drinks.
I thought you were going to say first base then.
No, I wasn't thinking about intimacy. I was thinking about, well, actually, I guess I was thinking about intimacy, but I was thinking about social and interpersonal intimacy. I don't think I would work.
I mean, I don't know. I don't like. I mean, so much of how we just talk about things is based on hypotheticals, right? But what if it's 10 years from now, 15 years from now, and or it's 15 years later after Bob dies?
Yeah. Oh, but I mean, I don't know. It's impossible, isn't it? It's one of those things that it's like trying to imagine water when you're not in it.
Or trying to imagine water when you've never been in it, maybe is,
you're right.
What the hell is this? What the hell is this I'm in right now? I don't understand. What is it I'm supposed to do? How am I supposed to feel? How can I possibly function? Wait, you mean I can float? That kind of...
Yeah. I'm only grateful that my gallbladder's fucked, and that's hopefully an indication that I'll go first.
Maybe I should have had this conversation with Bob, for God's sake.
Yeah, I mean, probably, but she's been really clear with me. She said, "Oh, it'll be easy for me." I'm like, "Oh, you mean you'll just go and get a new person?" She went, No. I'll just fill the house with dogs. And then that's it. She'll fill the house with dogs, and that will be it. She'll just walk around talking to dogs. She's got
plans to be a dog lady after your gallbladder finally takes you.
Bursts, or whatever it is gallbladders do. They don't burst. They, And actually, I don't think a gallbladder kills you as such.
Because they just remove them, don't they?
They do.
If only we had a resident doctor who was a long-time listener who could tell us what happens when
you're... Not even a first-time caller.
Yeah. You never write, you never call. But Lee Miller, can you imagine doing the whole swiping thing?
I don't think this is it, because in an attempt to try and imagine it, and I'm doing it in real time with you because it's not something I dare to allow into my brain, because it just makes me feel like, okay, no.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not a thing that I can...
Like, you have to eject, you have to stop it forming in your brain.
It's so... Yeah. I know that one of us will die before the other one, because that's how things work. And I don't know. I weirdly sent a text message. I shall read it to you, because as you know, I am away, and Bob is not, which is to say Bob is at home. Last week she was here, I was there. Now she is there and I'm here. Although does your text start with something like ships in the night? No, because we had one night of cuddling in between. It was very nice. Yeah. I sent the following message to Bob when I got back. Can you believe we have lived this life? If I die tonight, know that I have everything I have ever wanted in you. And then I said, and Jeff and the other boys. Because I was
Was that in a second message or the same message?
It was a separate message, because I thought if Jeff is reading over her shoulder, he'll be so cross. And then I thought, oh no, the ghosts of Will and Steve and Henry will be like, how dare you? What's wrong with us? What are we, chopped liver? I was going to say, Simon Kennedy Ellis, let's talk about solitude.
So, I mean, one thing to say is that it's interesting, in Italian there is no word to distinguish between loneliness and solitude. It's only solitudine. And so they have to kind of talk about it in the positive sense or the negative sense. And so I am not someone who experiences loneliness. I mean, I have, but boy, do I like being by myself. And so I don't know what the line is when I've been really sick while living by myself. That's been, just that kind of sense of needing kind of connection and comfort and all the things that. But then I think every now and again I've been reading some things about connection in relationships, and I think, whoa, maybe I'm avoiding little kind of pangs of loneliness, or I'm not quite reading them correctly or something. But in general, if you were to, as I've just described, I just so like being by myself. Oh, even though I'm still quite a social person, I enjoy being around other people, etc. But wow, I can only do so much before I have to really clock off. I'm happy with my own company, but also deeply physically affectionate. So I miss physical contact. I remember when I'd been traveling for a long time and just not really having the same kind of physical contact with people that I was used to. That is really, really important. So I think I feel a kind of, you might say, a kind of corporeal loneliness or a physical loneliness from missing that kind of physical. And I'm not talking about sex or anything like that. I'm just talking about just like holding hands,
Yeah.
hugging, nuzzling, and that can be lots of different people, of course, although I don't tend to hold hands with friends.
Hey, that's a bombshell to leave it on.
See you, mate.
Bye.